Here we are, my friends, for part 3, the third of the spring Qigong choreographies. And this one is more for the expression, the playfulness, the extension into the environment. So we have some very powerful movements here, and um, you can combine these with any of the earlier sets or do this as a standalone. Definitely modify as it suits you. And some of the movements, if they're a little more difficult, then choose from it what is manageable for you now. And in this flow, we're really calling in a little the energy of the deer. Okay, so the deer often very associated with the water energy and with the springtime energy as this um, very graceful, but a lot of power in the tendons, the ligaments, also reproductive energy, and the the innocence that you can feel in the deer. Okay, not the innocence where we're thinking innocent or guilty. It's more about the freshness. Okay, so that will become apparent. This will be a flow, but I will give instruction during it. I will do my best to demo a few different positions. Um, let's not worry about right and left. So for the most part, let's just do mirroring, which is fine. And yeah, as far as repetitions, you can do as many repetitions as you like when you practice on your own. I'm going to just keep it to a minimum for the sake of the video that we move through the material. Okay, without further ado, here we go. Like all Qigong practice, come into your experience, sense of your organism in relationship with the greater environment. So you get a sense of the earth, all the sky, all of space, the heavens, the directions, and your sense of your senses opening to perceive. And then you have your inner world, right? You have your alignments, your inner sensations, you have your center axis, you have your horizontal axis, you have your limbs. So come into your experience. Okay. Include where you're at emotionally. Very important. And rich really brings a depth as you feel. Bring emotion into your practice and let it be metabolized. Use it. Okay. With that said, we're just going to come into our little standing. And with the deer also, we're thinking these antlers, strength of the bones and the tendons, and this incredible, incredible vast antenna. And we express that through, it's almost like you have a spidey fingers here. Some people will bring their thumbs to their fingers. I like leaving my thumb out and wide, so that gives this looking here. It's kind of like you got to be a Texas Longhorn fan to do this, but this would be the full, and you're extending. You're not doing a curve back like Spidey. You're really extending out. It's almost like from your feet, extending through the bones, and that's extending through the tendons and the ligaments. So you get that hose. You also see with the deer this hoof, okay? So like the bear will like be drawing in towards the center. The tiger is like extending out through the fascia into the nails. And the deer has also this hoof, but it's like you're making the circle, the joining together of this practice. So you'll see the hoof, but we're going to focus this set mostly on that extension. And in the 5 deer frolic, we'll go deeper into many deer principles. But here, we're just going to start with this simple earth relationship breathing, similar we do in Tai Chi, regular Qigong, where you feel that flowing up, inhaling, and you feel this exhaling, connecting down through the ground, inhaling, exhaling. So we could say this is our deer harmonizing, deer breathing. Now we're going to extend that into a bigger experience where we're breathing up, inhaling all the way above our head, and exhaling down all the way down to the sides. Okay, so we're inhaling all the way up, exhaling down. So try to get that inhale like it's coming from the roots all the way up to the farthest branches, farthest antlers, and then extending down and out. So in a way, you're making this giant portal or giant hoop around you. Okay, and within that, you're vibrantly filling that with your awareness. Okay, so there we go. Now this time we're going to inhale up, and we're going to keep our antlers up here and extend. So don't lift your shoulders like this. Feel like from the sides, extending, especially think you're extending through that pinky, and that will help you activate more from the back than the shoulders. Okay? Extending out, feeling the tips of your fingers, breathing, inhaling from the farthest reaches to the center, and let your eyes be wide like a deer and just turn, like looking around. Let your eyes take in the whole environment. It's a thing about the deer where it's just totally part of the environment. You don't even see it if you're looking right at it. And then suddenly you see it and it already knows you're there. So it's like the deer is in the background. Okay, you can, if this is too hard for your arms at any time, just exhale, flow down, and we're going to flow back up. Okay, and we're going to go we're going to let the one leg come forward like this. Okay, this is the easy version, one leg. And you just letting your toe rest there and turn through your body, keeping your balance. The weight is through that one leg. Back to center, exhaling down. Now you can do the same version on the other leg, or you can get this higher version here, one-legged standing. So we call this happy deer looking through the tall grass. All right. So you are the freshness of spring, open gaze, innocence in the sense of freshness. Okay, we're going to inhale, exhale. Okay, next one is the deer crosses the stream and turns. Long names, pretty fun practice. Okay, so simple version, I'm going to turn to the side here, stepping. So mirror me, mirror. Stepping out, right? Coming out with the heel, and I'm going to turn as I come forward and put my weight into the front leg, right? This arm comes over, this arm swings around. So I have my antlers reaching. I'm twisting. Back heel comes up and I look at my back heel. Now I'm going to untwist. Weight goes into the back. I'm turning. I'm turning, stepping back. Antlers come to the other side as I lift that heel. Okay? Now, advanced version, I'm coming here. And I'm going to step and I'm putting the weight into the front foot, bringing my antlers around, lifting the back foot, turning to look behind me, twisting, inhaling back, weight in the back foot, turning, and back to the side. Okay? This way, back foot, or coming up here and stepping out. That's the stepping over the stream. Or keep it low, especially as you're learning, and come over and pivot. So you see this elbow is in that rib, right? I'm not out here in this rib. This actually is against the liver point, liver gallbladder point. Turning and extending, pressing, lifting the back heel, and I'm back. And I have this nice flow. Right? Or stepping over the stream, weight goes forward. I turn, extend my antlers. So this is an incredible stretch in the gallbladder channel and a wonderful smush in the liver. One of the great moves. Come around, step and turn. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. So here's the full movement, and then I'll turn around for a few. Okay, now let me turn around. So, okay, last one. So to finish up, you come back, inhaling, exhaling. Okay. And thank you to the deer. We've stretched out, we've got this movement going, and now we're going to do parting the clouds. Okay. Both hands at that Dantian level. One palm's going to come up, and we extend, turn, and exhale as we sink. Okay. Inhaling, rising, exhaling, sinking. Inhale, exhale. Okay, you can look at your hand, follow your hand. Inhaling, Exhaling. If that makes you dizzy, just stay in your center and flow out and feel that extension. But if you can, the following of your hand helps you move through your neck and your spine and gives you even more benefits, but you may need to build up to it. Okay, great for reps, extending far, exhaling, sinking. Now you're staying double weighted throughout this movement. One tip for coming up and down is feel like your sit bones are coming together as you rise, and as you sink, your sit bones expand. So your sit bones come together, sit bones release into the bottom of your feet, pressing into the ground, coming together and down. That will prevent a lot of this kind of movement on the sinking and rising. You just open the sit bones and let the sit bones come together. Okay, so this one can be slow, smooth, long, beautiful breaths like this, or you can be long exhales. Okay, so you don't want to create stress, but that kind of sense of can be very energizing and relaxing. Okay, one last one at a nice slow inhale. Turning, turning, exhale. Okay, now we're going to do both hands at the same time. So this is opening the heavens, closing earth. Okay, so we come inhaling, open the heavens, and we're closing the earth. And you can see sometimes this will come like this and exhaling down. Okay, so you can have this crossing of the palms here, and this unites the pericardium, triple burner, the inner gates, and as we come up, and that opens more like feeling of opening the heart to the sky and exhaling down, or you can do it more like this, and that will curve. You'll feel a little different movement up through. So I suggest exploring both, and you get this rotation. Exhaling. Okay. Again, we're not going down like this. We're going lowering. If you're in a horse stance, you're lowering and coming up and down. Okay, let's do one more. You can look left and right or alternate. I said one more, but let's do one more. You can alternate the side you look to. Okay, now at the bottom, what we're going to do, come here. You're sunk in your horse stance. Now we're going to open the opposite way. So we're going to inhale, and we're going to sink down the center. Exhale, okay? So we're opening earth, and we are closing heaven now. Okay, so we're opening earth and closing heaven. Now we're going to start to alternate these guys. So you can come down like this, or you can come down like you're diving, penetrating down into the earth, penetrating, opening earth, closing heaven, and turning heaven like you're penetrating down. Okay, now we're going to release that. We're going to alternate where we're coming up the center, Exhaling down, okay? Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. You can see now this is the fuller expression, fuller extension. Okay, we're going to do last one. And together, let yourself settle for a moment. Complete that exercise. Now we're going to go on to say this called dragon swims in the ocean and the sky as the full name. Seafood Larry Wong calls it carrying pizza, so not quite as glamorous, but it's also very similar to the teacup exercise you'll see for mobility here. It's a classic, but a little bit different. Okay, so start with hands here at your center. You're going to bring one hand across, opposite side, right? Now, you're looking at your hand and you're tracking your hand as you turn. You go up the spiral staircase, following your hand overhead, right? Keep looking at your hand as you come around. Look at your hand, follow it, and it turns back to where it started, okay? So we're just going to do the same arm 3 times. So we come here, cross, go up the staircase. This is the delivering pizza part. Follow your hand around. Here, okay? Around, and you see there's this turning. So we're getting a lot of motion through here. So be gradual. I'm going to do one modified. So we start here. Just keep it simple. Snake around there. Key here is that you're letting your body, whole body, be in the movement, right? Other arm, spiraling staircase, follow it around, carry the pizza, extending, coming through, finish where you finish, okay? Coming back around, spiraling staircase. This is your pizza carry. Come back around. Okay. One more time. Come around. Okay, now we're going to just alternate. So I don't want you to worry about when to breathe before you have the movements more comfortable. And then just notice when you're breathing, or remember to breathe and see what you got. But you think inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Okay, I'm going to go through each one more time. Inhaling. Exhale. Okay. Now, you've been coming this way and around. We're going to go in reverse. So that means you're drawing your hand back this way, coming around, following it, back, okay? Other arm back. What you're getting here is so much openness through the spine, so much movement through the spine and through the shoulders, through the sides of the rib cage, through the hips, that this movement can be challenging. So first you get the pattern and you'll see, am I trying to use more one part because I can't move through the shoulder? So you start these kind of movements. So this is one that modify it for yourself. And if you can get feedback, that might be really helpful because you may find an area that doesn't really want to move. And you'll start to explore that area and start to link it into the rest of the body and get the full benefits. So modify, explore, make it your own, or skip it and include any of the other exercises in your personal flow. Okay, so from there, we complete. You can carry on to any other exercises. You can include some of the massage flow, or we just gather here back into the center and we'll do our drawing down the heavens to, like a waterfall, smooth everything out. And then we'll gather everything and put right over left, left over right. Find what feels comfortable to you. Palm, palm, together at the dantian. Take a moment to absorb. Let your center gather all the movements. And then we'll step together as a sign of completion, union of yin and yang, space and time, experience and awareness. And just take a moment there. We separate the feet, separate the hands, and we're back in the dance. Okay. So this has been the third set, a little more large movements, very more expressive movements, movements that generally you'll want to have some warm up for. So take from it what serves you, save the other stuff for another time or somebody else. And most importantly, enjoy enjoy, enjoy, and onward with spring.